Welcome to another video, guys. We tried the new Demon Hunter deck with Azshara in it, and it's pretty top tier, I can tell you that much. We all saw the cards from Demon Hunter and instantly thought this is gonna be OP, and in reality it kinda feels like that as well. So in this video I'm gonna give you a quick guide about it, talk about mulligans, some general tips, so you guys have a better idea of what you could be expecting with and against it once the new expansion launches on March 17th. The gameplay is from the Theorycrafting stream, and we are playing against other fellow YouTube creators and streamers, so there's that. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list up close, and it's pretty close to what Hearthstone built for us. I did not make any changes to this one, I do believe, but it looks pretty decent. What's the main goal of this deck? Well, you basically herald your Azshara a bunch of times, and around turn 8 you basically get the OTK people because Azshara is kinda insane. What does heralding Azshara do? Well, the first time you herald it gives you +1 attack, same with the second, the third it's gonna give you +2, same as the fourth, and once you play Azshara with 4 heralds, you're going to be getting yourself +4 from each of these tentacles. You are going to be summoning a couple from Azshara, so that's basically +8. She gives you Windfury, and you could actually set yourself up for success with something like Insect Claw already equipped, with Wyvern Slumber +3 Dog getting ready to pop out on the turn where you play Azshara, as well as with Chronicar, which is going to give you +3 attacks. You can literally be OTKing people as soon as turn 8, but it's going to require some pretty perfect top decks. What's the rest of the deck looking like? We have a couple of Ladari studies with which you can card draw, or lifesteal, or find anything in between. The new Sigil of the Seas is kind of decent, gives you something to do on turn 1, because you really don't have that many things to be doing on turn 1 aside from hero powering. Broxigar's Last Stand is going to give you a ton of card draw if the opponent's not careful, and a lot of the times they won't be. And with push comes to shove, you could even just kill your own stuff to get yourself a bunch of card draw, but that's not going to be very smart for the most part. The Felon Fusions are actually a great way to keep yourself alive, because this thing not only gives you a herald, that's also going to give you +1, +2, or +4 attack depending when you play it. It's also going to give you lifesteal, so if you play this on turn 10, if you don't kill the opponent, you're at least going to heal yourself back to full or pretty close to it. Grim Harvest is pretty nice again, with the potential to give you a 4/4 dog that gives you +3 attack, and the card draw ain't no joke. Infestation is pretty amazing, basically giving you 8 damage worth of things you could be doing to actually control the board or chip away at the opponent's face. Press the Advantage is pretty decent in here, giving you extra cycle, extra damage, that kind of stuff. Spectral Sight is going to help you with the card draw, obviously. The new Armored Blood Letter, apparently, is also decent. He does have Rush, he also heralds, so all around a great minion to be having. The Insect Claw is also decent, giving you a little bit of extra phase damage as well as rushers on the board to control it. The Wyvern Slumber, you could be using it for minions, you could be using it for AoE, and you could be timing it right for your Azshara, so playing this thing around turn 6 would be a pretty good idea, so you can actually have a shot at getting yourself +3 attack out of it, and that can be a lot of extra damage for you. The Aeon Rend can also chip away at the opponent's face or the board, or both. It usually is both. This thing cannot go into the same target twice. It says 2 random enemies, even though I have a feeling it should have said 2 random different enemies, because if you play this on an empty board, you'd think it's going to deal 8 damage. Well, it don't. Chronicar also pretty good. Like I said, you could be tempoing this guy out as soon as turn 5, and on turn 8, when you can play yourself Azshara, you're still going to get the +3 while on Windfury. The Envoy of the End, again, is a great neutral card you could be using to herald yourself your Azshara nice and quick. Old Traxion is also pretty cool. He is not only going to be heralding your Azshara, he's also going to be reducing the cost of your Deathwing, which again will be giving you the new hero power, which is +5 attack. He's also giving you 12 frickin' armor, which is insane. The summon at 12/12 ain't no joke. The topple is pretty great. The 4 damage AoE, and also you get to shuffle legendary dragons into your deck, and they're going to be costing you 1. And this is how the 12/12 looks like. He's just a vanilla statted minion. Of course, Azshara is pretty insane. Once you play her, you're basically either killing the opponent straight out or getting very close to it, and you're also going to get yourself a bunch of 8/4s on the board, a couple of them, so that can be pretty sick. And yeah, last but not least, we have Deathwing, which also gives you a ton of extra damage, and if you've actually played Deathwing first and then Azshara second, you get to actually use the hero power for +5 and get Windfury on it, which would be huge. All around, that's it for the deck. It's pretty decent. You basically get the OTK a lot of the time, so that can be pretty cool. For the mulligan, you're obviously going to be looking for your cheap stuff, preferably the cheap infusions, the card draw, the infestation could be nice, that kind of stuff, and going second, it's kind of the same deal. That's about it for the deck. I hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, you know what to do. But now let's check out some of my games on the Theorycrafting stream against other fellow creators. Hope you enjoy. Against the doo-doo. against the Patron, sadly.
Won't let this land fall.
Let's hope Hearthstone
night.
doesn't decide
There's
to
always room for another.
not watch. Against the Druid, I'd assume we are gonna need a little bit of removal.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much for the Prime, Auntie. Welcome, welcome, bud.
Welcome to the end, friend.
Okay. Best class for this meta? Very hard to say, man. Very hard to say. Yeah, it does. It's about time Demon Hunter gets a spot in the top spots, you know? It's about time. It only had like, what, 10 archetypes top tier this season? Yeah. Well, at least Blob got nerfed at least as well, so that ought to open up some room. Should I just 2 damage AoE this? I guess I can just do this. So Druid is back, potentially. There is such an option for sure. You like smacking, do ya? Get a load of this smack.
Death itself draws near.
For Felwood.
I'd rather not take it with my face. Next turn I can tempo this thing. Music kind of fire. There's that Deathwing I was talking about. If I do it right now, next turn we get to do it. only be able to choose 2 though. I don't know about that.
I know there's a way. For Felwood!
I'll allow him to do what he wants. He's kind of on the struggling side, way things are. Think we the aggressor now. What was my first clue? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Bit scary. But not really. Well, 4 damage AoE handles. I'll just do that. Thanks, man.
You ride boldly into the jaws of apocalypse.
Got him. Good old Deathwing Vomit. Nothing beats the good old Deathwing Vomit. That went so well. Yeah, I'm kind of sick like that. I mean, for a 7-mana card, why wouldn't it give all that in a bag of chips? Would have been cooler if we played Azshara there, but it is what it is. Against the Patron again.
Shall bring victory.
It is what it is.
Fall to ruin.
Chronicler, kind of fine. This is not an amazing thing to have, but still something. Serves me. Maybe I'm gonna hold that too. Or Shattered Class is cooked? Probably. Shattered Classes probably need a little bit on the help side, don't they? I'll just chill with it. This card is gonna be so sick against Death Knights.
Shorts.
I'll do it.
Job done.
There we go.
I will find a way.
Not the worst.
For Felwood!
Let me get a couple of these. There she is, in all her gory glory. Imagine if we lined up this thing perfectly for her, that'd be sick. Let's start doing these things. Lining this guy up for Azshara would be pretty cool. Will it be cool enough, though? I've herald once so far, I'm a herald again. Might want to wait a little with that one. Yeah, get used to those. Everything's looking sick. Could play this thing next turn. If it gives us a dog, we could line it up with Chronicler in a couple of turns. Cheating.
My readings are off the charts.
That helps.
The seas belong to us.
Okay, we got one. I should have just used the rushers. That was kind of weird. Could have used the 2 damage to the face, but let's not pretend he's not gonna heal the max. Okay, so next turn I play this guy. Maybe this guy.
Let the scales fall.
Azshara will be with +4 plus +10 Windfury. 20 damage Azshara. Kinda insane like that. Yeah, art is fire. I don't really need to play this thing. I do not need to play it. It's not like we have a 1-mana Herald anyway, but I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Let the blood come.
Enough time. For Felwood.
Could be enough for lethal next turn. See what it do, nephew. We are gonna have a hero power as well, so we do have 22 from hand. If he just heals with a hero power and clears.
Busy night, but there's always room for another.
What else do you do, nephew? If I didn't know any better, I'd say it's a GG, yeah? +4, +5 for the next game. He's dealing a scary amount of damage. Not anymore, actually. He healed. Okay. Well, GG, son. You eat your last call.
Busy night, but there's always room for another.
Balanced, as all things should be. The good old exacties. Nothing beats the good old exacties. Ooh, we goddamn. It took a little bit of setup, but nothing too hard. And we on the streaks now. Streaking. Against Jombre. Watch out, watch out, watch out. You guys seen anything amazing already, by the way? Anything cool? Any cool new decks that are gonna be worth trying? Let's go like that. Okay, I was gonna get outcasted nice and quick. Egg Druid seems pretty cool. Sounds good.
Welcome to the end, friend.
It's not a big fan of playing this on one, but it is what it is. Do I ever coin it? I'm gonna. Okay, we have ourselves the winning combination of cards again. Rogue don't heal much, especially without Zilly no more. Living life Zillyless. Another one.
I will find a way.
Good old Hearthstone. These are especially important for the Azshara turn. If you play them on turn 6, you basically have a pretty good shot at getting yourself +6 damage. Some of that tempo rogue with Ashamain and shit in it. Yeah, it could be. Might have to use 2 damage here, way things are going. Certainly feels like it.
Welcome to the end.
Although I could also just weapon it. No, that's insane. That is insane, but I will have to make some room. That's a little bit too much card draw, Chief. Guess I'd rather not do that then. This is gonna summon another crap for him though. I don't know. It's fine.
Death itself draws near.
Help step, bro. We're getting tempoed. Maybe we jumped the gun on that card draw a little bit too early, didn't we? Ooh, that helps. I don't want all of this card draw for this guy.
Death itself draws near.
He's getting his good Herald stuff. We also have some Herald stuff, but I don't think we have the audacity to be playing it right about now.
Ah, you're new here.
That's kinda okay. But in a much deeper sense, it's not very okay now, is it? Can draw a couple of cards like this. That ain't too bad. Doing this soon is gonna help me big time. I'll keep that, I don't want to get... I'll rewind where the 2-1 in the face gets hit.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Yeah, they do. They really do. Guys are just trying to get funky here. Jesus, dude, can you, like, not? Fuck. We're in danger. We are in danger, we are not the danger, guys. Things are not looking super cash money for us now, are they?
I know there's a way.
14 damage showing for him. We are screwed. Nothing out of here helps.
I will find a way.
Nah, we just Pepsi maxed. Got tempoed.
You fought bravely. Well played.
Guess he'll take 5 business days to finish me off. Nice order. Yeah, we went a little bit too hard with the card draw there. Should have been a little bit more on the defense side. We could have had a much better out if we actually saved some of those. Denim blue. Silly denim, this ain't arena.
Bringing the fight to the
See how that go.
I won't let this land
Against the fellow Demon Hunter, no doubt. Think we can go like that. How's it going, Elefanti? Fancy meeting you here. Welcome, welcome.
Either the Legion dies, or I die with it!
Good luck with that. This is gonna cost a kidney and a half. Yup.
Let's get this started.
Let's do it. Okay, that's a nice little card draw.
I will find a way.
We will be drawing the first regular bundle in a couple of games from now, I'd say. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna record a couple of guides and we're gonna draw the winner so that the real ones can stay. Let me get myself a couple of men. Didn't get the +3 anyway, so it's fine. Always has been.
The seas belong to us.
I'll just do this.
The Fellfire devours all.
Got some kind of Fell Demon Hunter.
Death itself draws near.
For Fellwood!
For the Queen. Death itself draws near.
Another Herald, that's kind of cool.
Death itself draws near.
Guess we can do that. Should I discover? Nah.
Time to act.
Denies me a good amount of healing. Yes, what it is. I can discount a Deathwing nicely. But we are taking a beating here. So maybe getting a wee bit of healing wouldn't be the worst. Guess I can do this. Problem is, we're close to a Azshara turn, and my face is not in a very Azshara turn situation. Uh-oh. Think I'll have to do that as well. Not feeling too good about this. If he has Azshara, we're dead. Does he have Azshara? Think we're alive. You can play that game. Sadly, he's ascended maxed. We haven't. Chomp. I get to ascend max this way as well, but it might be more important for me to have this when I can actually heal with it. That is gonna give me +2. I'll do it right now. Be a lot cooler if he just does all the 4 things. I mean, I guess we still need a little bit of control over who does what. Still dead to Azshara though. If I top deck Azshara, he might also be dead. If the 12/12 lives. Okay, I think we're safe. Can't complain, bud. So far it's looking pretty fun. We tried Death Knight, now we're trying Demon Hunters. Both felt real good. And I haven't seen anything too oppressive so far, so Hearthstone safe, question mark? Perhaps. 5% chance to top deck Azshara. Let's see how that go. Ew. So much for that. We are in danger now. Chomp. The lifesteal is taking 5 business days to show. High beam saves me from on-board damage. Maybe I do this for the sake of having something on the boards. Well, we are forced to be playing 10 new cards here, so it's not exactly the same meta, but we did. Well, that's a lot of damage. Would have been nice if we can wait. Maybe we should have actually waited for the lifesteal. I could have just done the kill the biggest minion, summon a 12/12. That would have been best, I guess. Probably should have done that so we can actually lifesteal, but it was a play not to lose kind of play, wasn't it? I guess it's Mr. Yogurt on Warrior. He is infamous for his Warrior plays. think I like this hand. Looks alright.
For Felwood.
So far, so bad.
Welcome to my inn.
What does Herald do? A lot of things. Depends on the class you're playing, but for the most part, it empowers your Colossal. If we gotta
We'll find a way.
simplify it against Quest Warrior. Good job, Mr. Yagert. Why you gotta be like this? Why must you annoy me so much and at such great frequency, Mr. Yagert? Thought we were friends. Okay, we got something to look forward to. Let's start heralding, because there's gonna be plenty of damage to do. Anybody use shadow cards effectively? The fuck you will. Might be a wild chief.
Brace yourself for destruction.
You have been seeing me use shattered cards effectively all night, guys. What do you mean? You have seen me use those cards to their best potential the entire time you have been watching. You just weren't paying attention now, were ya?
For Felwood.
This is as effective as it gets.
Ah, you're new here.
I grow weary.
Okay, big boy in the hoose. I could just tempo him, I guess. But no, I'd say it's a little bit early for that. I'd rather start heralding.
For Felwood.
Yeah, for sure, Volley. You know it.
Death itself draws.
Some of that Ragnar ass. I can draw a ton of cards if I want to. Do I want to draw a ton of cards? Maybe no. I do want to herald though.
The seas belong to us. Corruption spreads.
Flee before him.
For Felwood.
Let's keep him at a nice low health total. Do all classes heralds? Not really. Only half of them. Only the somewhat evil classes. Herald, like Warrior, Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Warlock. Who else? Okay, that's large.
Maybe.
Let's go ahead like this. Next turn we're gonna have +3. Azshara is gonna be giving a lot. So that's gonna be 22 damage worth. 24 with a hero power. He doesn't taunt with armor. He in danger. And he did not taunt with armor. Rookie mistake. There you go. Good old 22. Good old catch 22 right there. Not prepared. Nice little turn 8 smack against the quest warrior. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, the deck looks pretty saucy. Might need a little bit of extra survivability potentially, but for the most part looked pretty saucy indeed. Cord on the tempo and everything.